I'm Cadry. Welcome to another episode of the V-List. Today we're meeting up with Lisa from the Vegan Culinary Crusade. Lisa and I have been following each other's blogs for a long time, and we finally got to meet in person last May at Vita VeganCon. Hi Lisa.
Hi Cadry. Hi everyone. I'm Lisa from veganculinarycrusade.com.
Lisa, how long have you been vegan?
I've been vegan for 28 years. I went vegan when I was 6 years old for a million different reasons, and it's been amazing.
What do you like best about being vegan?
I think this is the hardest question to answer. I like how being vegan makes me feel, but when I really think about what it means to me, it's about living an intentional life. It's about wanting to make choices that impact people in a positive way and impact the world in a positive way. And I think after going vegan and starting to really learn about the systems in the world and understanding how my choices impact others, I wanted to start to make intentional, conscious choices that were compassionate so that the world that I lived in was a more compassionate, amazing place.
What is your easy go-to weeknight meal on a night when you just don't feel like making anything elaborate?
Okay, so it's sad, but this is Monday to Friday, every day, pretty much. I come home from work and I make a kale salad, and it typically has either chickpeas or smoked tofu in it. I usually put some avocado or some tahini dressing, and then I throw in what other veggies I have on hand, so carrots or snap peas or tomatoes or red peppers, whatever. And it takes about 3 minutes, which is perfect for me most days when I get home from work and I'm exhausted and hungry.
What would you say is the most popular recipe on your blog?
I'm not totally sure that this is the most popular recipe, but it's the one that I love, and it's one that I've made for over 200 people at a food demo, and they all went crazy for it. So it's 3 recipes actually that are banana soft serve blizzards, and there is a mint Oreo, a raw cookie dough, and a strawberry cheesecake, and they're so fast to make, and they're fantastic, and little kids like it, and grandparents like it, and everybody can make it.
If you knew someone who was curious about going vegan, what resources would you recommend?
Okay, the ones that I recommend the most are probably Colleen Patrick Goudreau's 30-Day Vegan Challenge, her amazing podcast called Vegetarian Food for Thought, which is just incredible. It's a great resource. She goes through all kinds of different nutritional issues, just understanding things about food products and things you should be aware of in terms of ethics. I think in terms of cookbooks, I would turn to Drina Burton's book. She wrote Vive le Vegan and Eat, Drink, and Be Vegan, which are 2 of my favorites, and I use them all the time when I'm making food for my friends and for my family. I also really love Terry Hope Romero and Issa Chandra Moskowitz's books, including Veganomicon and Vegan Cupcakes Take Over the World, which are probably the 2 books that I give as gifts the most often, especially for people who are new to veganism. And recently I read Main Street Vegan by Victoria Moran, and it's incredible. Her voice is so beautiful and friendly and kind, and I would highly recommend it to anyone.
Was there anything that you thought would be difficult about going vegan that turned out to be easy?
Is traveling. When I went vegan, I really started to explore what I wanted to do as a vegan. I was afraid that I would be limited to traveling in certain places where I felt comfortable and I knew what would be in the food. But after really discovering how easy it is to be vegan and to go to farmers markets and to go to grocery stores, I've traveled all over the world. I've been vegan in India and in Italy and New Zealand and Australia and Switzerland and France and Cuba and Ecuador, and everywhere. It's been fantastic. You get to learn about amazing products and produce that you would never discover at home, and you realize that people are eating vegan food, delicious vegan food, all over the world, which is amazing.
Lisa, thanks so much for coming on today. It was wonderful seeing you. Hopefully I'll get to see you sometime soon in person.
Thank you so much, Cadry. Bye, everyone.
And we'll see you next time.